record because we're going to start recording.
Okay.
And then I'll receive a recording at the end, and I'm going to upload it to private YouTube and share it with you, and then you'll be able to look at it.
Okay, cool.
Just be your thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is share my screen with you, and I'm going to go to my computer and go to MailChimp. So this is what it looks like when you go there, and I agree. You go here and it's like 50% off. What's all this? It's very confusing. But you're going to sign up for free. So the first thing you will do is make yourself a little, here's my email, here's my username, here's my password, and that's what you'll do is sign up for free. And then the next time you go in, you'll say log in, and again, a lot of times you look at things and they look so scary and you don't understand it. Well, guess what? I don't even look at this page. This page is very confusing to me. So don't worry about it. All I look at is upper left-hand corner right here. Do I want to work on a campaign? My next campaign is my next letter I'm sending out.
Okay.
I ignore templates because do you want to structure it this way, just like me or just like me? Forget templates. A list is your list of people you're going to be sending to. So I'm going to show you that one. And the report is, how do I look and see who's opened my emails? So out of this whole page and how confusing this whole page is, ignore it and just focus on campaigns, lists, and reports.
Okay.
Okay, that's all we're going to do. All right, so when you're doing a campaign, well, let's do lists first because you're going to want your list of people. So you're going to click on lists, and you're going to see here that I have created some lists. I have a few different things that I've tried over time. I've got my Christmas email. I've got my family weekly email. But the two that I want you to focus on is the one on the bottom, 212 subscribers. That's the one that I send out every Sunday morning. That's what goes to all my customers, all my team, everybody. Let me teach you about oils.
So up to the top right corner, that's the create list.
Yeah, that's where you're going to go. But I just want to show you you see I have 212 subscribers. Right now on my last letter, I have 32% have opened it and 2.9% have clicked on stuff.
Nice.
So it just gives me that little stat right there. And the other one you're concerned with is my Nature Empowers team. And I send that one every Monday. I only have 35 people on it. And on the average, less than half of the team builder people even open my email.
That's fine. It may be where they are right now in life.
Anyway, I just recorded me doing that. You know what I mean.
Well, it's just for me, so you're good.
Anyway, so those are the two that I use for the most. Now, say I had another builder join in and I wanted to add them to the list. Because this list has already been created, I come over here to this little plus person and I say add subscriber. And I say, oh my goodness, I forgot to add Heidi Jean Wilding at gmail.com. And her
Wait, can you start over and do that again? I'm sorry, I missed that. Okay. I was too busy doing something else.
So let's see if I go to lists and I go nature team, and right here there's just a little plus person.
Okay, that was easy. Yep.
So that was just me saying, oh, I've already got my list secure, but here's me wanting to add one more person. I forgot to add Heidi Jean to this. And I say Heidi Wilding, and then I always click, yes, this person gave me permission to email them. They will always unsubscribe if they don't want to. I've had a few unsubscribe over the time. But if I say, yes, this person gave me permission to email them, and then I say subscribe, it's going to tell me, oh, Heidi's already on this list.
Got it.
That's why I felt comfortable doing Heidi's name. I knew she was already on the list. But
right.
Normally it will just say, congratulations, Heidi's been added to your list.
Okay, cool.
Boom. Okay, so now we're going to go back and we're going to say create list. Because, and I've only done this at the beginning, so I don't even remember exactly how to do this. Create a list. I can one by one go in and list. This is the person, this is their email, this is the name I want to show up. And if I want to write a little bit about that person, I can. And then they gave me, I wrote this in, doTERRA, it was my business, but it was my home address. They asked for my business name. So, and I don't even know why they need that, but that's what I do. And then it says all these things that can't even remember what it meant. I think I said, send me notifications as they unsubscribe as they happen. But people don't subscribe to mine without, I don't want a daily summary. I don't want a one-by-one when they subscribe because they aren't subscribing on their own. But I did check, I would like to be notified if they unsubscribe. So I get an email when they unsubscribe.
Okay.
Okay. So you can enter each person one by one, and you're probably okay doing that. I don't know if you'll have 20 to start with or 30. It's not that big a deal. There is a way to bring it in from an Excel spreadsheet, but I don't even remember how I did it. I just know I was able to do it when I first started. But I think you'll be okay entering your people in, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I can do that.
And that's the gist. You're creating a list. You're naming the list. This is not the name of the person yet. This is, I'm going to name my list, whatever you want to name it. I want it to come from this email address and from this name. This is what I want them to see.
My doTERRA email list. Or something.
Right, right. And then you'll edit, and it'll give you a chance to put each name in. Okay?
Okay.
Once you have your list done, then you're ready to go to a campaign. So once you're on the campaign page, you haven't done any campaigns yet, so you're not going to see this monumental list of emails I've sent out over the last while. But you will start with create a campaign over here.
Okay.
And once you create it, it's going to give you all these options. Again, don't get confused because I'm confused. I look at that and go, ah, but all I do is email. I don't even know what an ad or a landing page is or a postcard or sign. I just do an email.
Okay.
So when you click on email, it says, what are you going to name your campaign? Well, I'm going to name it, you know, what's the name of your business? What's your email address thing?
Essential Empowerment Now.
You'll call it Essential Empowerment Now Newsletter or whatever you decide. Right. This is you naming your campaign. Once you have it named, I'm going to create one from scratch so that you can see it from scratch. I'm going to say email, and I'm going to name it Practice for Lisa. Begin. And this is what it shows you. And it is so easy if you just go through and do what it says. I can edit the name if I didn't like it.
Right.
Who am I sending this to? Well, I'm going to, I clicked, sorry, I do those a little fast. I clicked add recipients over here. And then it gives me the choice. Do I want to use any of the lists I've already created?
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So here, I'll come over here and go, yeah, I want to use this list or that list. Okay. And so I'm not really going to send this. So say, yes, I want to use this list. Boom. And, ooh, I forgot it. Didn't know it gave you a chance to personalize it. So it could, you could personalize it with their first name, right? And I didn't even know that was there.
Each email will send out a personal name.
Yeah, and put their name at the top. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I didn't know that was there. Then from, you go in and you say, I want this. This is something subscribers will instantly recognize, like your company name or something else. Well, that's where I usually put Shalene. I want them to know it's coming from me. Lisa's a little bit more of a generic name, but you might want to say Lisa, doTERRA with Lisa or something, you know, or your name of your company, whatever you want, and your email address. So that's what you're going to put there. Subject, you add subject, and this is interesting. This is the subject line they see, and it says this snippet will appear in the box after the subject line. And I've never really understood that, but I kind of put Nature Empowers here, but the first one is the one I change every week, and I try and make that subject line be something that will make them want to open up the email. You know, like the one that's going out Sunday, I found this great news 3-minute news article that Sherry put on Facebook, and I said, doTERRA's in the news, and the news is good. You know, I want people to open up the email and watch that video. So you're going to want a subject line every week that captures their attention, and you put something in there that will capture their attention. And this is the part that you wanted this for. I mean, yes, you will needed some of this in and out, but this is how you create the actual email. You say design the email, and it gives you all these templates and layouts, which is so confusing. I would just come up here and say, no, not code your own. Campaign. Oh my goodness, how did I do it at the beginning? I must have just, oh, I know what I did. I just said, under layouts, I just said basic one column. Basic one column is what I did. And when you say basic one column, oh. Now, again, look over here on the right. It looks really confusing. It's like, what are all these boxes? I don't use most of these boxes. So don't get yourself too worried about anything at all.
Okay.
It's time to design your email. Logo. I think I want to put a logo in. So you click on the word logo. And this down the left side is what you are creating to be sent out. What you see on the right is what you have to do to change what's on the left. The left is what we're creating that will be the email that's sent out. And what you see on the right is how you change what's on the left. So if I click on the word logo, it comes up with your default logo. Well, I'd like to replace that with a picture.
Now, these are all pictures you have uploaded to
Yep.
MailChimp? Okay.
Yep. So
I'm going to have to upload some pictures to
Yep.
Mail.
So say I didn't have a picture here I wanted to use yet. I come over here and I say upload, and then I go to my pictures, and I've already, you know how to grab pictures and put them in a folder?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a folder I've created with a whole bunch of pictures. And I say, here's the picture I want to, I click on it, I say open, and it immediately uploads it. And if it's only one picture, it'll even immediately bring it back into your, this is my email right now. This is the top of my email.
Okay.
What if I decided I don't want that one? I did that too fast. What if I said, oh, that's not really the picture I want? I'm going to come over here. I keep moving my mouse a lot because I want you to know where I'm talking about moving.
Good.
So I hope that helps.
Yeah, it
So
does.
I'm coming over here to replace, and I'm saying, really, I would like this good morning picture to be the one. So I'm going to click on that one and say insert it, and it just inserts that one instead.
Nice.
Now I have my little logo done, so I come down here and I say save and close that part, done with that part. And it says now it's time to design your email. I really don't want all of this wording in there. I want to say this is Lisa, and I'm creating my first newsletter. Boom. I'm done. That's what I want to say. Save and close. That's done. But now that's all that's in the email. Well, I think I want to add another picture. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab image. I'm going to hold down, and I'm going to bring it in and say drop the block here. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to browse my images. And I think this is the image I want to put in. And I insert it, and now that image is in there. And I save and close. And oh my goodness, I think I want to put one more picture in, so I bring that over, and I say, I think I want this picture in it. Insert, boom, that's pictures in there. Oh my goodness, look, at the bottom of that picture has somebody's www something. I don't really want that on there, so I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to edit. And I'm going to crop.
Nice.
And it comes up, and I just hold on down here, and I go, dun, 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 dun. And I cover that up, and I say apply it, and save it, and voila, it just edited that picture. Now I would like to save and close that. Let's see, the next thing I want, I'm going to do some talking. I would like to take some text, and I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to delete, this is a text block, and I'm going to say more great information. Oh my goodness, I don't like the way that looks over here. It's off to the left. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to center it.
Perfect.
But I think I need to add a space before it and a space after it to give it just a little more room. You know, I want it bigger. I'm going to hide, whoops. I did something I didn't want to do, so I'm going to undo it. I'm going to, oops, I did it again. Undo it. Why can't I get it? Highlight it, and I'm going to click size, and I'm going to make it bigger. And I think I'm going to make it bold. Ooh, I think I'm going to make it a different color. And everything you do to it over here on the right,
Yeah.
is happening over here on the left. Voila. You've just
Okay.
save and close that little box. Okay, the coolest thing out of all of this, and I don't do social media stuff, buttons, footers, codes. I have added a video before, but I haven't
Well,
tried
if
it.
you have a Facebook account or a Twitter account or all those other things, then you put them in there and people can click on them. They will go to whatever
Probably.
section you've made.
Probably.
Yeah.
Say you wanted to have an image with words next to it.
Right?
Put that one in there. And voila, you say, okay, which picture do you want? I say, well, I think I want this picture, insert. And the interesting thing is the picture and the words were side by side when I brought it over, but they're not side by side right now.
No, they're not.
You go up here and you say settings. Oh, caption, wording is at the bottom. I think I want it at the top. Oh, maybe I want it at the left. And you can change it anywhere you want it to be under settings.
Nice.
Anyway, there's just all these different things that I've slowly learned how to do. And then if you're done with that and you go, oh, I don't even want that in there at all. You just hit that little garbage can and delete, the whole thing's gone.
Well, that's convenient.
Yep. So once you have it created, and this is just perfect the way I want it to go, then there's a save and close down here.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes back to this page that you went to before, and you already filled out who it's going to and la 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 and what the subject is, and it's all ready to go. And you could say, I'm not quite done with it. So it'll save it for you, and you just say, I think I'm going to finish it later. Well, all of a sudden it goes to my campaigns, and it's all there, and it just sits here as a draft, and it won't do anything until I tell it to. Well, now I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready. I'm going to say edit this. I'm going to go in here. Ooh, instead of finish later. Oh, maybe I have to go into edit. Oh, I'm going to show you one more thing. What if I were to put in a picture? Say I put this picture in, but I wanted, when people clicked on this picture, I'm going to go to this one and I'm going to say, click below for more information on allergies. Okay?
Okay.
Save and close. Save and close. That's just words.
Right.
And then I click on this picture and I say link.
There it is. Okay.
And I can link it to, I can go up here and I can say doTERRA allergies. Think I'm just going to show an example. Say this is the page I wanted them to go to.
Right.
And I come up here and I click and I right click.
Well, and you could also do that with your personal link.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm getting there. So then once I go here, I say a web address. Okay. And I go ahead and I paste in what I just did, insert. Well, now when people click on this, they're going to be taken to my thing. But how do I know it really worked? How do I know it's really set to work the way I want it to? Come up here. I say preview and test. Enter preview mode. And it's showing me the email as if I just received it.
Okay.
And I look at it and look, everything looks good. Ooh, I'm going to try clicking on this. What happens? Well, what do you know?
Right where you want. Yep.
And so I'm done with that now, and I have to X out because I'm in preview mode. So I X out. I'm no longer in preview mode, and I save and close. Now, what if I wanted to link it to a page on my computer? Instead of a web address, I link it to a file, and it gives me a chance to upload, which I did, this allergy information.
So then it won't really be on your computer. It'll be on MailChimp.
Yeah. They'll bring it from MailChimp and bring it up. They won't upload PDFs. So I have to create JPEGs or Word documents.
Okay.
But now what I did was I changed that. Let's enter preview mode. And I changed so that when you clicked on there came up the allergy.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
that one I might have to go back and re-listen to what you said.
That's why it's so nice to record this, because you watch this again and you're going to have it.
Yeah,
So we're
exactly.
Xing out of preview mode, and you've got this. And you say, now I'm sure this is where I want it to be. So I'm saving, closing, and instead of finishing later, you know what? It's not saying schedule, probably because I didn't
Add
officially
recipients.
choose a list of people for it to go to
Right.
and save. So now I've saved for who I want it to go to, who I want it to be from. Let me add a subject line, Lisa's stuff, save. Now that I filled that all out, this
Now
schedule
you
button.
schedule. Yeah.
Now I'm going to schedule it, but then I'm going to cancel it because I really don't want
Okay.
to
Yeah.
go to somebody. So you hit schedule, voila. It lets you choose what day of
Nice.
whatever hour you want it to be. And then you hit schedule campaign and look what happens. Rock on, your email's been scheduled. You're ready to go.
Nice.
Okay.
Perfect.
Now,
Okay.
I need to go back to my campaigns and I need to delete this whole thing because I really don't want it to go out, right?
Right.
So it's sitting here and I can pause and edit, pause that it was scheduled, go back in and edit it.
Right.
Or, oh, it's not letting me delete it here. So I'm going to go pause and edit. I need to pause it before I can make additional edits. Okay, so now it's paused. So now I'm going to go back here and it's paused. Nope, it won't let me delete it. So it'll just sit there, but it's paused. Okay, this is the coolest part, Lisa.
Well, let you edit it. Oh, yeah.
It'll let you edit it if you want to. Go in and edit it again and then set it to send. But this is the coolest part. After you have your template all kind of set up, I really want to leave that first picture the same every week. Or I really just kind of like the way it is and I just want to change a few things every week. So
Right.
all you do is come in and say, replicate. And all of a sudden, it says, practice for Lisa, copy 1. So every week I go in and I say, okay, it's not for September 9th anymore. It's for September 16th. Save. And now I am not working on the same one I just created. I'm working on the one for the next week.
Right.
But what I'm working off of is the same exact thing from last week. I still want it to go to these people. I still want it to be from me. I probably want to edit the subject so that it can be, this is for week 2. So I want whatever the subject is to be for a different week. And then I say edit design and look what happens. It comes up and gives you the same exact thing you had last week.
Nice.
And all you have to do,
parts you want.
yeah, you click on that and say, I really don't want that good morning picture. I think I want to put this picture instead. And I really don't want it to say this. I want it to say, this is number 2. And I want that to be centered. And I want it to have a space there and a space there, just so it'll look a little bit nicer. And then I save and close that. And I don't want this picture to be there. I think I want this picture to be there. And voila, you just fix it to the point that you're ready for that second one to be done. And you say save and close. I think I'll finish it later, or I'm ready to schedule it. Boom, you're done.
Nice.
And that is really pretty much it. If you went back to my campaigns, you would see what I have is all my newsletters. You'll see my family one in there too a little bit. You'll see I already did this Sunday's family newsletter. I'm going to be out of town.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, so you're doing ahead.
Already created it. It's already scheduled to go out to my family. This is the team one that's going out on Monday. Already done, already scheduled, already created. Here's the Sunday one for everybody. Already done, already scheduled, already created. Then look what's here. September 24th. I'm still not going to be back.
Right.
Already created the newsletter for the team. And look, I pretended I already went to convention. doTERRA's convention. This company continues to amaze me.
Yeah, I guarantee it'll be that for you.
I know it will.
Yeah.
But see what I've done? I've left things the same, but it's 10 years old. I want to remind myself, put some convention week pictures in here. So this is where I'm going to add in some pictures of us at convention week. I really want people to want to come next year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do there. And I'm going to say, these videos are done. Check them out. Go here, the training videos. I still need a few more volunteers for stations. A few days left. I added a few days left for enrollment kits. That's been in there, but this one's the end of the month. I want to say there's a few days left. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make that bigger because I want people to really realize that there's a few days left before the enrollment kits are not 20% anymore. And then at the beginning and the ending of each team letter, I like to find a picture that just tops and bottoms my thing. So I have this one pretty much done, but I'm going to add in some pictures from convention. So I'm just going to finish later. And that's done. So that one is my team one. And every time you work on something, it goes to the top of your list. And then my customer one, that's going to be the Sunday after convention. I'm going to show you. I've already created it. I knew I would be gone. I put in subject line, new doTERRA oils, products just announced. And I'm not finished with it yet because I know I'm going to want to put the products in. I don't know my lessons learned yet. So I'm going to come up with some more lessons learned.
You don't know the future?
Yeah, I know. And then I leave pictures here to remind me to put in pictures of my lessons learned. So I'll change those pictures. I found this cute little quote that Christina put in that I wanted that in. This is what we do. Last week, about 20% off going to everybody. I put in some blood-brain barrier stuff, supplemental facts stuff. I'm always trying to teach when I bring out these letters. And then there's your last lesson in September. This comes out on a Sunday. Yours is on the 25th. So I want to leave in the September list of classes. But now I want to put in October's list of classes. I want them to know what's coming up. So I put this in. And then I probably should have in here somewhere, which I don't. I think I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put new products just announced. Come to see them at Tuesday's class. And don't like that. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to fold it, and I'm probably going to make it different color, make it a little bit bigger. Now, I kind of like to put these little purple lines in between every little section. So
did you put those up?
I purposely created a line. And so I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to duplicate that line. Yes, I want it just the same, save and close. All of a sudden I have two little lines there. I go over here and I hold on to it and it lets me just move it. Now it's bordering and separating out my thing. And then I'm going to put an image group with more than one picture right there because I'm going to want to put in some pictures of the new products.
Yeah.
Newsletter. So save and close. I've just edited my customer letter for the 23rd after convention that I have almost done except for lessons learned and some pictures of new products. Save and close. I'm not ready to schedule it yet, so I say finish later.
Right.
So it's pretty easy. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not very good at organizing everything that's here. I started at the beginning trying to put them in folders, but I never referred back to them. So I thought, why do I care? They're just all there. And yes, there's, you know, probably 50 or 100 that I've sent out, but I don't care. I just care about what I'm working on, that these ones are scheduled and going out.
And do they just save them? So it just saves them?
It saves everything you've ever done.
So like if you do, does it have a space limit?
I don't think so. It has a number of people you send to limit is more than 2,000 a month. You know how long it's going to, by the time I have 2,000, I'll be able to pay for the service. I'll be able to pay somebody to do the service.
Right.
So, and because when you go to schedule something, it has a few little things. Like if I wanted to say batch delivery, I think that means I want just these people to get it now and just these people to get it later or something like that. Or I want it to go out right now or something like that. Then you have to pay for it. But because I always just schedule it, even if it's 15 minutes from when I make it, I schedule it, then it's a free service.
Cool.
So There's things you have to pay for. There's amounts you have to pay for, but I just do everything that's free.
Right.
So that's pretty much it, except.
So it's like a list. So all the people that you have on there, it counts them all if they're separate, or does it count only for each email that you send out?
I think it counts for each email I send out.
Okay.
But 2,000, I'm sorry. I mean, I have 200 that I send a weekly one to, plus another 30, plus another 80 family members. And I do that 4 times a week, and I've never reached any limit that they have. So
okay.
So
no, I'm not even remotely close to that, but I just curious because there were some other ones that I was looking at, and I just
Okay, so I'm going to show you reports, and then we're done. You go up here, you click on reports, and it's going to show you. I don't understand the graphs. Sorry, I'm a visual person, but I haven't taken time to figure out the graph. But if you go down here and you say, here's my last team one on September 10th that went out last Monday. Yep, last Monday. I have 35 people that are subscribed. Out of those 35, Lisa, I have people that have asked to be on this, like Sherry and Elizabeth and Christina, and people that aren't really under me. So they're the ones that don't take time to ever open it. But a lot of my team doesn't open it either. But what I do is I come over here and you say, here's 16 people, 45.7, 16 people that have opened it. Well, what if I want to see who those 16 people are? So I come over here and I say view report. And again, I don't pay attention to what any of this is. I go down here to where it says 16 people have opened this, and I click on that, and it literally lists who has opened up the email. Now look at this. Barbara Walker opened that email 7 times.
I see that.
It makes my heart happy.
Yeah.
Because there's some people that are just studying this information.
Yeah. Where's mine?
So I don't know. Let me go to the next page. Maybe this is this is all of them. So you probably didn't open the one that was on just Monday.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I did, because that's how I got the information for Dr. Damaris's phone call. Or
I don't think I put that in this one.
Weird. Okay.
That's okay. So you can go back and look. Now, if I went back to my reports again, and this is what's so fun, is to go to the report of my customer one.
So maybe some of them aren't showing even though they open them, because I'm absolutely sure I opened it actually twice.
So I don't know what to tell you.
I remember I looked at it, and then I was like, I don't have time to do that right now. So then I went back later and I looked at it again, and I went through each part. I didn't click on anything to follow. But maybe that's what it was connecting.
It would make me happy to know that it isn't an accurate report, because maybe a lot of people are looking at it.
Right? That's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
So if you go to the customer one down here that I sent out on Monday, out of 215, I had 88 people open it. I know that's only 41%. I'm happy with 41%. That's fantastic. Well, if you view that report, and this is all customers, this is the part I love to do. And I don't do it all the time, but I go through here and I look. Oh my goodness. Of course I see people, Marilyn and Kathy Levitt and Leanne Levitt, but then I see Callie Carden has never ordered anything more than a kit a year and a half ago. But she opened that twice.
Right. And that's why I want to do this, because I'm like, I'm sure there's people out there that are interested in, and like you said, the 7 touches or whatever it is. Okay, so I went and talked to Jennifer Keene, my downline, and so she texted me. She's like, it's because of your persistence that I'm actually using some of these. I'm like, that's my job. That's exactly what I want, because I want you to use them. Their whole point of them, they're not going to do you any good to just have them if you're not using them. So I want you to know how to use them, and that's why I want to put not just my downline, but I want to put people on them that are, well, you know what? I could make 2 lists. Can you put 2 different lists?
Just like I did. I have a customer list and I have a team list.
I know, but that's 2 different emails, right? Or can you add both of them on the same?
You can.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Because remember that one page that said, here, I'll go back to that in just a second. I'm going to show you one thing. So
Yep.
I love looking down here and seeing who actually opened it more than once. I'm like,
See?
see there's
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I usually open it more than once.
So here's one, two, three
Not
times.
7 times, but
So this is the one from Sunday. So maybe the team one.
maybe that's the one. Yeah.
Okay, so what I love is I have to show you this because I'm sure Barbara Beekman is on here. Barbara Walker opened this one 6 times. But this is what's so fun. I mean, I have some people on here literally ordered a kit 3 years ago, and I'm so amazed that they open.
You're still opening. Yep, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yep. Okay.
Sarah, my daughter opened it.
Yep. I'm trying to see if Barbara Bigman's on here because she's usually one of the first people that opens it. Oh, I can't believe she's not on here. Here I am trying to find her this one time. Anyway, Barbara almost always has like 13 times she's opened an email. Almost every time.
Funny.
It's so funny. Okay, so question you answered. Okay, back to campaign.
Right.
And back to, let's go to edit your draft here. Right here, if you're editing your draft and it says, who do you want this to go to? Edit recipients. I put in this list. But if I want it to go to more, I think I can choose. No, maybe it'll let me choose one. But you can go to it and then change it to another list and then send it to them too.
Right.
So you may not be able to send it to them at the same time, but you should be able to easily send it.
Yep,
to them.
that's fine. That's fine.
So literally, you pretty much know about everything I know. I know I probably only use like 15% of what can be done, but it's enough for me.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm like, that's one of my biggest things. It's like, I love Evernote, but I only use about, again, 10-15% of it because I'm not interested in sharing, projects with 15 other people or something, I just don't do the whole list of things that is possible.
Yep.
But it's good enough for me. I just want it. It's more like a simple list, and I love, and I use it for a place to find, like when I'm out somewhere and I'm like, I don't remember. Oh, I was the other day. I needed to know what Richard's allergies were when I was trying to do something. And
you had it with you.
I had a picture. I just take a picture with my phone of his little page that he got back from the allergist.
Yep.
And it's on my Evernote. So I could look it up and I could read it and I could figure out what it, so same thing with my own. I'll put doTERRA stuff on there. And when I want to share with other people,
yep,
I have a doTERRA folder.
So you'll be able
to say, I've got a
take that information and share it with them because you have it in the Evernote folder.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I want to show you one more thing, but you probably already know how to do it. So when I go to Google Images to find my pictures and I say doTERRA lavender, I need a picture of doTERRA lavender. All I do is say, I think this is the one I want to use. And I right click and I save the image and it goes to my place where I keep all my pictures. And sometimes if you notice right here, I have A1, A2, A3, A4, I start to not want to have to search for them. So if I'm searching for a bunch of pictures for this week, I'll say, okay, this time I'm going to say B1 because I want to be able to find the pictures that I'm looking for quickly. And I'll go back and I'll say, okay, I want a team doTERRA picture. And okay, here's a doTERRA training picture. And I right click on that one and I save it. And that one's going to be B2. And I save it. And then, okay, I kind of like that one. So I'm going to say save image and I'm going to say B3. Well, if you look up here, you see there's the lavender, there's the doTERRA training. The next one I'm about to put will fall right there. And all the pictures I want to upload will be in the same place.
Business 1, 2, and 3.
Yep. And so if I come in here, this one thing I didn't really show you, I'm going back into your little edit, and I say, I really want to change that first picture to something else. I'm going to replace it, but when I go to upload, I know that I want to use all 3 of those pictures. So I go 1, hold down the shift key, 2 and 3, and I say open. Well, this time it won't automatically take the picture and put it in my newsletter. It will just upload the 3 I had highlighted, and then I pick the one I want to actually insert there.
Okay, cool.
And so that's a way to get a whole bunch of pictures all at once, put into your little thing, and then you're ready to boom, boom, boom. That's why it doesn't take me that long. I'm able to.
Well, and I know how this, the concepts, and I just I don't know. Yeah. That's one of the things I'd like to talk to Paige today. It's like, I know there's some things I need to deal with the allergies. The allergy test came back for me, and I was just a mess on Wednesday.
Yeah.
There's just some things that I can't eat. I'm allergic to rice. It's out of a 3, it's a 2. So I can't even ignore it. Mel was like, don't worry about the ones. I'm like, well, I can't ignore rice. Rice is everything. I don't know if you know that. Like corn and rice, those are the 2. Everything. I'm like, what? I knew I was allergic to wheat. Okay, fine. But that came up as a 2 as well. So I already know can't wheat. Fine. But dairy, like everything on dairy. But you know what was really funny? I can have cottage cheese and I can have mozzarella. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Okay. So I went to the store to get like, a cauliflower crust has rice flour in it.
I'm so sorry.
I know. So I got polenta. I cut them into slices. I fried them up, and then I just put them as close together as I could and made a bottom for a pizza and had pizza for the first time.
There you go. You figured out how to do it. Okay,
Yeah.